Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Emmy here. Welcome to the Emmy experience, the Emmy extravaganza. And today we are starting up the moon series. We're going in order of the zodiac sign. If you guys aren't familiar with what the moon represents in astrology, then it's really just your internal state, your inner self, shadow self, the side of you that people don't normally catch when they first meet you, or even like, you know, someone who's known you for months might not even really understand that this is how you actually process your emotions, your mental state. I feel like the moon is the most accurate when it comes to like understanding somebody's personality. That's neither here nor there. Right now we're talking about Taurus moon. Now Taurus is ruled by Venus, but when the moon is in Taurus, it means that it's exalted. So what does being exalted mean? It means that the moon really loves, or any planet can have exalted signs, but even though each planet is different, right? But when the moon is exalted in Taurus, that means that this sign is very comfortable with processing its emotions. This sign is able to sit with their emotions, feel it, understand where it's coming from, reflect, and move on because they were able to do the work and sit with it. Taurus is a very physical sign, which means that it has a overindulgent problem. So one way to deal with like coping mechanisms and stuff could be like, I don't want to say it's really addictive personality, but it's more of like comfort through drinking, comfort through smoking, comfort through food, comfort through sex, comfort through like things that tend to not be the best for you. But at the same time, people can have productive coping mechanisms, you know, like going, like someone could be really into like working out or just like burying themselves into work, but also like burying yourself into work is like not really like productive because you're just avoiding everything else, right? But yeah, comfort is a huge thing for Taurus. They are ruled by their senses: touch, taste, smell, you know, see, and all that. So they love good quality things, they love good quality food, they love things that smell good, especially if you're somebody that's attracted to a Taurus moon. I would say that like smelling good, looking good, like they like people who are put together, because I feel like Taurus moons tend to be like put together, or like I don't want to make it sound like they care about their aesthetic too much, but they do, and they care about yours. So come to them correct, come to them smelling nice, come to them looking sharp, come to them, you know, bringing with good food, you know, and good company. They really care about like those things. A Taurus moon, I would say, is definitely the definition of unbothered. They do like the finer things in life, you know, they like bougie, they like luxury. They're probably artistic because it is ruled by Venus. They may even really enjoy nature. I feel like any Taurus placement loves their time in nature. So if you wanted to take a Taurus person out, I would definitely say like going to a park, going by the lake, even being on a rooftop somewhere with some good food and some good wine. I feel like any Taurus, I feel like they like wine. I think that's a big thing. Or it could just be me, I have a Taurus moon. Comment down below if you have a Taurus moon. Do you enjoy wine? At cooking, they're into nature. They're probably into some sort of like interior design, fashion, aesthetically pleasing things, and like making things, like piecing things together to make things look aesthetically good. So it could even just be like, you know, even like event planning or cooking, like, you know, those Netflix shows where it's like incredible baking and they like make a cake that like looks like Rapunzel's tower and like her hair. I don't know, like something crazy, right? Be a Taurus moon do something like that. I feel like a Taurus moon has two moods. It's either I'm extremely comfortable in my sweatpants, in my house, and in my bed, and in my pajamas, or I'm dressed for tens. No in between. Pretty sure. I did touch on the overindulging and like with food and whatnot, but also like spending money. I feel like even though Taurus is good with like not respecting a budget, they have no problem splurging with on themselves, which I think is like kind of like the best of both worlds, right? Like just being able to like treat yourself because duh, you deserve it. Yeah, they definitely do turn to things when they're feeling sad or mad or happy, like whatever emotion that they're feeling. Like it could be celebratory, it could be like upset, it could be like bad news or whatever. They're probably going to want to spend, like they're going to want to like react by like solitude or eating, buying a new outfit, booking a trip, escapism, you know. They just feel like and this is why Taurus can come off as materialistic, even though it's just like they just feel good when they have their things around them. Like things just like, it brings them comfort. It's like, because they're very earth energy, and they're very like material energy, because materials come from the earth, right? So it's like having these things, like it's like, oh, look at like what I can provide for myself in a way. But also it's like they like things from the past. Like they're probably like, I don't want to say necessarily eclectic, but like they have a lot of things from their past that they like still or just something that has a good memory. So sentimentalism, they like those things. They might not throw something away just because like, yeah, you know, just because of that. Back to Taurus being ruled by Venus and like the senses and whatnot, and like they really enjoy pleasure because it's like physical, you know, physical energy and like feeling good. So like pleasure, sense of touch, whatnot. So they are very like physically affectionate. So like physical touch is probably one of their love languages, and quality time too. Definitely, I would say quality time is definitely one of their love languages. They enjoy like good food, good flavors, different flavors of things. They probably like to like mix different kinds of food together, like things that like, you know, when you go to a restaurant and it has like innovative like collab of flavors, and you're just like, ooh, it's like savory sweet but salty, or like savory spicy and bitter. I don't know, but yeah, they like that. They like those things. Also, like when it comes to things, don't touch their things. Don't do it. Don't do it. I feel like overall Taurus moons, because it is exalted here, they're just very like balanced. So they're seeking like, they're pretty calm, like naturally have a calm like demeanor, I would say, but they just want things to be harmonious, because it's like very Venus energy here, you know? They're not really the type to like argue just for the sake of arguing, but they are not afraid of confrontation. Pretty stable with their emotions. They allow themselves to feel whatever they need to feel to process, but they're also able to like move on from it once it's like, they're not gonna dwell. Like a water moon would be like, oh, I'm sad and I'm going to stay sad forever. But like an earth moon, like a Cap moon, wouldn't even allow themselves to be sad. It'd be like inconvenience, recalculating, moving on. Or like a Virgo moon would just be like, too anxious to let that happen. But a Taurus moon would be able to be like, okay, why is this happening? What can I readjust? Okay, I see, and then move on to the next thing. I feel like also Taurus moons are really good problem solvers. Like they're naturally pretty good problem solvers, just because they're able to kind of stay neutral with their emotions, like without really being like overly consumed with emotion. There's a logical aspect to their emotions, but I mean, if they're angry, I think that's a different thing. But I feel like probably people come to you with a lot of their problems because they're just like, I don't know what to do, and you probably do, right? Or like you just know how to handle situations because you're just very like calm in them. So of course everybody knows that they're stubborn. Yeah, stubborn. I mean, I guess I didn't want to admit that because it's also me, but it won't really change for another person or change the action that they're doing unless they feel like they need to. They're not going to just do something because you're asking, or like they're not going to make a change if they don't feel like there's a need for change and you're telling them like this needs to change. Like they probably will listen to you, but they're probably not going to do it unless it's like work. I feel like work they'd be more understanding, but yeah, no, they're not doing that. Especially if it's something that they're emotionally invested in, you can't change their mind. So yeah, very stubborn. I would say that Taurus moons are pretty natural manifestors, just because it is a fixed sign, which means like you're going to focus and fixate on whatever it is that you want to make happen. And also it's like they're really able to like visualize and see what it is that they want for themselves. And you know how like visualization really does help, like I don't want to say speed up your manifestations, but it does help make your manifestations come true. So I feel like because they do that naturally, like it helps them with manifesting. I don't know. It's just like very earth energy and very like making things happen, which is why I feel like, comment down below if you understand what I'm saying. I feel like I'm just like but yeah, consistency and loyalty is very important to a Taurus moon. They're very consistent and like dependable people, reliable people. So like getting that back from you is really important. So they don't like inconsistency. They don't like, you know, you went ghost on me for like a month and now you're trying to like come back as my friend or whatever situation. Like they're not gonna put up with that. But also it does depend on the rest of their chart. You know, if they have more air or fire in there, then they might not be like as like bothered by it. But very affectionate, very sensual people, romantic people. But at the same time, like because they love to feel comfortable, I feel like they'll stay in relationships that they know isn't good for them just because they're comfortable and they're like, like why would I change this? Like, I'm comfortable. I think also another reason why they just become comfortable is because also they take a while to open up to other people. So like once they do, it's kind of like I might as well stick in it. So yeah, they're not the type to like rush into a relationship or anything like that, because they take a while to really feel comfortable with like a new person, or like just anybody that's trying to get to know like themselves. They're very protective of themselves. I think it's also probably because they're not big on change. Like, they don't like change. And like when it comes to like making a decision, like they do take a while with making a decision, just because they're trying to like really weigh out all the options before making a decision. And like they're not the type to be rushed. They don't like to, it's a fixed sign, so it's like you can't really speed up the process for them. They're just gonna have to like do what they need to do, I guess. So they are pretty cool, calm, collected, but they are the bull. They are stubborn, and they also like, think of like a bull. Like, they won't bother you, but if you provoke them, they will come for you. So kind of the same mindset here. Like, they're very 0 to 100. Another thing about them is that they do hold grudges. They can forgive but probably not forget. Can be a little possessive. I hate to end it on a negative thing, but like they can be a little possessive with people, especially with people that like they're really close to. They might have a hard time like letting somebody go in that kind of in that sense. Like, not let go, but like, yeah, they're possessive of their people and their things and their objects, or like people, like of their things and objects, or like people is just another one of those things. They also can be a bit lazy, because you can't really make them do something that they don't want to do. Everything's gonna happen on their own time, which is like, can result into laziness. I didn't mean to end it on a more negative note, but yeah, overall I feel like they're just pretty peaceful people, and they're focused, and if you come into their life and you're loyal and consistent to them, they will be pretty hopeless romantics. I feel like they're pretty good at paying attention to details, because they are Earth sign anyway, and they're very good like when they're giving their attention to you, like you have all of their attention, and they're a romantic. So it's like, yeah, this isn't a love thing though. I'm just trying to go over their moon. But yeah, I think also Taurus moons, like they can kind of shut people out when they're going through it as well. I don't know if I mentioned that, but yeah, comment down below. Let me know, did this resonate with you? Do you know anybody with a Taurus moon? Do you have a Taurus moon? Did I forget anything? Let me know if I forgot something. And yeah, don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you found it useful. And I will see you in my next video. And don't forget to watch the next video. Watch your friends. Watch your own. Watch your lovers. Moon sign. Because the moon will definitely help you with understanding a person. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you in my next video.